शतमानं भवति शतायुः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रियं शतमानं भवति शतायुः शतायुर्भवति शतमानकं शतमानं भवति शतायुः शतमानमिति शतमानम्.
On the dais, there was Sudha Narayana Murthy. She was the MP. She is no more here, but she had to go because she has to get a flight. She is not keeping well. And she is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. Srimati Vijaya Bharati Sayani, chairperson, National Human Rights Commission, NHRC. A.S.T. Devasana, IAS Commissioner of Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Telangana State. Sri Guntha Lakshman, All India Joint Organizing Secretary, Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shaishik Mahasangh. Professor Shanti Shri Pandit, Vice Chancellor, JNU. Dr. M. Shailaja, Professor, Additional COE, Hyderabad. Dr. D. Sunita, University College of Education, OU. Professor Sudhakar Reddy, Honorary Director, ICSSR, SRC, OU. Dr. N. Kishan, President, ABR, SM, Telangana, and Professor in Mathematics. Dr. E. Yadaya, General Secretary, ABR, SM, Telangana, and Head Department of Chemistry, OU. Esteemed participant, esteemed media friends, ladies and gentlemen. While I was sitting on the stage, Sri Sudha Narayan Murthy ji actually asked me, should I cut my speech short? So I told her, please don't do that. The hall is packed because of you. And one of the reasons I have come here is to listen to you. So please don't do that. Go ahead, give your speech. And it was a very inspiring speech. In this age of information and internet and social media, there is an ocean of information, but very few ripples of inspiration are here. Information is uncountable, but inspiration is a little less. So in this era, people like them inspire others to do. And here we are gathered today, women academicians, and the Vice Chancellor, the Lady Vice Chancellor, made a lovely remark that I have never seen so many women and so few men. I'm happy to be one of the few. I'm happy to be one of the few. I remember many years ago, I was a minister also. So one day we had a meeting in Delhi, and Venkaiah Naidu ji was addressing the audience, and he pointed out, it was on rural development, he pointed out, as the Vice Chancellor also made a brief reference, that in the cabinet of the gods, Saraswati is given education, Goddess Lakshmi is the finance minister, Devi is the disciplinarian, she is the Shakti, she is given home, and defense has been given to Ma Durga. And when he finished this, and he said, if the heaven can do it, why can't earth do it? Swarg mein chalta hai, to kyun nahi zameen pe? And I was sitting on the stage and I saw a lot of women clapping, but few men were clapping. A lot of women were clapping, but only few men were clapping. But here it is. Today when we talk of women empowerment in India, as the Vice Chancellor, I'd like to share a very short speech, but very nice speech. I liked her speech. She said that the governor is a feminist. You don't require to be a feminist to support, the correct path. It is the Indian path. It is the Indian way of looking at things. When you look at things, the word feminist comes from a Western concept. And in India, we have always, idolized women who are non-conformists. Maybe Savitri, or Drupadi, Kunti, Mandodari, Tara. We have always idolized women who are non-conformist, who are rebels. Take, for example, Savitri. She fought with Yama. She fought with death, the god of death, to bring her husband back to life. That was the spirit of the women. As the Commissioner of Higher Education said, don't wait for change. If you wait, you'll keep on waiting all your life. And generations will keep waiting. She said in a very nice way, don't wait for change, be the change. And then change will come. And today India is changing. When we talk of new India, we are talking about Punarnirman, not so much of Navanirman. We are talking more of Punarnirman, how to restructure a society. If we talk of women academics, we had in our ancient times, women like Lopamudra, Gargi, Otri, who have made contribution to the Vedas, to the Holy Scriptures, who have inspired the human race, even after so many centuries and so many millennia going by. That was the women of India. We have to get back to the stage. In the Bhagavad Gita, when we talk of yoga, Raja Yoga, Krishna teaching, Arjuna Raja Yoga, the highest form of yoga. And he says, in his opening remark, he says, Jnana Vijnana Sahitam. Where we can mix Jnana with Vijnana, that will be the Raja Yoga. That will be the highest form of human existence. That's why in India we don't only talk of educating the mind, we talk of educating hearts also. Education of the mind without educating the heart becomes quite useless. And that's why India is the leader in spirituality in the world today. As I said in my opening remark, that there is a lot of information. But how do I use that information for the betterment of my society? For that, you require education of the heart, to feel the compassion, kindness. Without that, you cannot bring the change in what you want to do. So it is very inspiring to see that so many ladies have come today, and to hear, all the ladies speak with such, dynamism and inspiration that there's very little for me to say. And I think the Commissioner of Education, I was hearing her speech, and it was more clearer because she was using the hand mic. She was talking about the Indian music, ragas, and the raginis, and the, swaras. And the Indian music is the greatest form of Indian thought, actually. We say in Sanskrit, ekam sat vipra bhoda badanti. That is signified most beautifully in our Indian classical music. Ekam sat, the rag is one, the tal is one. But person singing that raga makes all the difference. On the Carnatic style, you'll see something different. In the Hindustani classical, you'll see something different. Raga Yaman is sung, in the Hindustani classical form, little different from the, though the notes are same. The tala may be teen tal, same tal, same rag, but different. It signifies that even in rigidity, in harsh discipline, there can be flexibility. It's a beautiful form of music to put that message across. In rigidity, in harsh discipline, you cannot move one swar from here to there. The raga yaman is finished. Yet, you can have flexibility. Ekam sat vipra bahuda badanti. The truth is one, but interpreted in many ways by knowledgeable men. When I say men, it comes to women also, by the way. So, it's the whole habit of saying it. So it is, that is the way Indian culture is, and feminism is growing all while, but in India, there is no news of feminism. We just have to revert to our old ethos and principles instead of aping the West. We must take in jnana, vijnana sahitam. We must add science to knowledge. Any knowledge that is not scientific, we say it is not knowledge. Any spirituality which is not scientific, we say that is not spiritual in India. We have always had this mix of jnana, vijnana sahitam. Because that is the highest form of human existence, we believe. So would like to add that this program has brought to light many things, and you'll be discussing among yourselves also. And women of great stature have spoken from the dais. And ladies of great stature are sitting in before me. So this sharing is very important. This sharing is very, very important. In India, we have grown because we shared. And we know what is ours. I keep telling people in my addresses or speeches that India is such a country that we have been 700 years under foreign rule and 200 years again under British rule. But nothing has changed. They may have looted us. They may have plundered many places, but they were not victorious. Because this is the land of spirituality, of thought. This is the land not only of thought, it is also the land of science. This is the civilization that has blended science and spirituality together. This is a nation that has given the world that knowledge has to be scientific. This is the civilization that has taught that following something, a doctrine or a dogma, or following some path is not all. You have to be and become something. You have to become something. You have to be something. We have given the world the doctrine of being and becoming. And today when I speak of women empowerment, half the society is women, half the world is women. We cannot talk about development leaving half the society behind. That is neither, what to say, scientific, neither ethical, neither mathematically correct. When we talk of sabka saath, sabka vikas, we cannot talk about leaving half the society behind. And as the commissioner said, I like her speech because I said, you become that powerful. It's not about discussing that how powerful we are, or how powerful we should become, what should be done. Do it. And then you will become that. That is what India teaches us. Do it and you will become that. And I am very grateful to the organizers for having invited me here. It's a lovely time I spent, heard so many speeches. And I've realized that how wonderful it can be to be in minority sometimes. It can be a very wonderful experience to be in minority sometimes and to listen to the other side. And we'll see you again. Let me thank you all for giving me patient hearing. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.